Hi there, James Starring from Fit to Last Personal Training. Hope you're well. On the menu today is something a bit different. We're taking a turkey burger, but as opposed to using the classic carb-tastic bun you'd expect, we'll be doing it on a portobello mushroom. That's a turkey burger homemade on a portobello mushroom. All set, let's cook. Okay folks, we're back here. The ingredients for the turkey burger this evening. Starting off with half a kilo of turkey mince, 4 portobello mushrooms. The portobello mushroom again will be replacing the bun. This is the egg and the flour, which will be the binding ingredients to make the burger with. Coconut oil for the just to lubricate the pan to cook the mushrooms as well as the burger, and then our good friends Himalayan pink salt and black pepper. Now you'll notice there's no additional spices of any sort. The reason for this is that when you try and make this burger, you'll find that the flavor of the meat comes through really nicely, and it's actually very tasty on its own. So let's get started. Okay, so the first thing you want to do when you're making this recipe is, before putting the mushrooms on, or anything else for that matter, you want to make sure that you start preheating the oven to just a low heat, about 80 degrees. Now what you're doing is you're putting the hob on. Now there's about 2 heaping teaspoons of coconut oil. We'll put one of those in for now, and as that's heating up, now we're going to use this to gently saute the mushrooms, just to make sure that they're cooked through a little bit softer, and then we're going to put them in the oven to warm while we're making the burgers. So what you can do is you're going to start by melting up the coconut oil like this. Just keep it on the heat. As we discussed before, the nice thing about coconut oil is that the fat metabolizes 3 times faster than regular fats. It's a very efficient lubricant to use for cooking and eating. It's fantastic. That's coming through really nicely. Fabulous. Okay, the pan's nice and hot, so what we'll do now is we'll take the mushrooms here and put them in. Okay, no need to do this for too long at all, just a couple of minutes. And they'll be sauteed and ready to go. Okay, now these mushrooms have been, again, in the pan about 2 minutes on each side. The purpose of this is to make sure, again, they're cooked right through, but bear in mind they will get a bit softer because they're going to be warmed in the oven. So take these out of the pan. You will get a bit of water off the mushroom, but that's all right. And then these go in the oven. And the next thing you do is make sure you turn the hob off. Okay, we're back. So now what we're doing is we're going to be making the burger. First thing out of the gate is crack your egg. Again, this serves as a nice binding agent for the meat. It'll hold together in the pan. And then what you do is, again, use a lack of science, toss in the meat, add in a generous bit of Himalayan pink salt, equal amounts of pepper, and then start to massage. There we are. Make sure it's nicely coated all the way through. 500 grams, I make about 4 burgers. Okay. That's all mixed through. Then what you're doing is you take a handful, shape it into a patty, and then into the flour it goes. By doing this, what you're doing is you're making sure that the burger doesn't break apart. when you put it in the pan. Just like that. Okay, folks, we're back. So the four burgers are now shaped and ready to go in the pan. Now, as I said before, I've made this with just pepper and salt only. You can add onion, you can add paprika, you can add whatever sort of spice you like. But the reason why I made them this way is just to give you an idea as to how the burger would taste with the meat only, because the turkey mince is actually very, very tasty. So now we just put the hob back on. Not too high, but medium heat. And then take the other half of the coconut oil that we had there before. And again, we're just going to add that in. As I keep saying, very, very efficient cooking oil to use. While that's heating up. Okay. Okay, that pan's getting nice and hot. Crank it up a little bit more. Okay. I'll slap these bad boys in there. Now again, what will happen is because you've used an egg and because you've used flour, these will stay together as they're cooking. If you don't use these two ingredients, what will happen is as the meat cooks, it will break apart in the pan. This is how you avoid that. What you're looking at when you're making these, again, cook them all the way through. You should be looking at about 4 or 5 minutes each side. That'll give you a nice little crust on the outside. But you'll know they're fully cooked through in the middle. Don't make the heat too high. What will happen is they'll burn on the outside and they'll be raw on the inside. Okay, folks, we're back. So what we've done is the burgers have actually cooked for about 8 minutes on each side, which is a bit longer than what I originally said. But because they're quite thick, you want to make sure that they cook on a medium heat. So it takes a bit longer. Make sure they cook on a medium heat, cook all the way through, and again, they're not raw in the middle. So now what you do is I've also taken the mushrooms out of the oven. Goes right there. Alrighty. I've also added some little bit of applewood cheddar on top of each burger because, well, that's what you do. And then what you do after that is you take each burger, put it right on there like that. Fantastic. There you go, folks. As they say in Pulp Fiction, that's one tasty burger. Turkey burger on a portobello mushroom. James Starring, Fit to Last Personal Training. Hope you like it. Have a great week. Cheers.